Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today we are going to cover on 6.2 systems of linear inequality in two variables, which is the continuation from our previous lesson. Okay, so let us continue. Alright, so first kita kena tahu untuk tukar satu jalan cerita yang dia bagi kepada linear inequalities. So in this box on the right, so ini adalah beberapa clue ataupun contoh. So macam mana kita nak tukar kepada linear inequality. So y is greater than x, so we can change it into y greater than x. This is normal. Okay, but I want to focus on this. Y is at least k times x. At least means sekurang-kurangnya. So y boleh sekurang-kurangnya k times x. Bila sekurang-kurangnya, maksudnya kita kena convert nilai tu kepada greater than equal to. Contoh, y sekurang-kurangnya 2. Maksudnya nilai tu boleh jadi 2, 3, 4. So dia lebih besar daripada 2. Okay. So bila at least mesti ada greater or equal to. Sama juga bila at most. So y is at most k times x. Bila at most maksudnya nilai paling besar. So kita kena convert kepada less than or equal to. Okay. So our first example. Hafiz is a gym owner. He conducts a yoga and Zumba class. At least 20 classes must be on schedule in a week. The payment for each coach is Rm15 per class. The maximum total paid for all coach is Rm6,000. Okay. So macam mana kita nak tukar kepada linear inequalities? First, we need to identify the variable. So as we can see, so there are two unknown, which is yoga and Zumba. So kita let y sebagai yoga and z for Zumba. Next, we look for clue. So in this case, we have the word at least 20 classes. So bila at least 20 classes means y plus z at least, so kena tukar kepada greater than or equal to. So ni untuk at least 20. The payment for each coach is Rm15 per class. So maximum total paid. Okay, so next, bila maximum total paid, maksudnya bilangan yang kita bayar kepada coach adalah maximum. So maksudnya kita kena bayar dia kurang daripada 6,000. Okay, next example. So a fisherman catch cencaru and siakap. So ada dua unknown, cencaru and siakap. So harga dia cencaru Rm10 and siakap Rm4. Okay, the fisherman must catch more than Rm100 fishes, and the total price for both must be more than 300 per day. Okay, so unknown kita siakap dan cencaru. So the clue adalah perkataan more than 100 fishes. So maksudnya S plus C is greater than 100. Kenapa tak ada equal? Sebab dia kata more than. And then dia kata total price for both fishes must be more than 300. So more than juga. So more than maksudnya greater. So 10 price for the cencaru and 4 is price for siakap. Okay, next. Okay, so let us have a look at self-practice 6.2a. So Mr. Wong bought 2 types of shirt from a supplier. So each shirt is brand X and the price is Rm8. Each shirt of brand Y costs Rm12. So ada dua, X dengan Y. Okay, so daripada situ kita boleh tulis condition. So we have perkataan total. So bila total maksudnya kita kena tambah. So not more than 50. So yang tu adalah less than. So our very first equation is x plus y not more means less than or equal to 50. Next, the number of shade of brand X is at least twice the number of brand Y. Okay, bila soalan macam ni, saya suka translate dia satu-satu je. So, the number of shade of brand X, so yang tu maksudnya X is sama dengan at least, okay. So, bila dia kata at least, so maksudnya akan jadi greater than or equal to twice. So, maksudnya 2 darab y. Okay, kita translate satu-satu je. The number of shade of brand X is at least greater or equal to twice 2 darab y. Okay, yang ketiga. The total purchase does not exceed Rm850. So, bila dia kata does not exceed, so bila does not exceed, maksudnya tak boleh lebih. Maksudnya kena kurang. Tapi boleh tak 850? Boleh. So, kena ada equal. So, harga untuk brand X tadi 8 X plus 12Y so dia kata does not exceed, so maksudnya less than or equal to 850. Okay, so far so good. Okay, next example. A factory produces 2 types of sport shoes. So sekarang ada sport shoes. So sama biasanya soalan mengguna X for children and Y for adults. The condition for the production of both types of sport shoes in the week are as follows. So A, maximum. So keyword kita adalah maximum. So maximum production maksudnya bilangan X dan Y tu is 500. So bila maximumnya 500, so it means we know that it is X plus Y maximum 500. So maksudnya dia kena jadi less than 500. Tapi boleh tak 500? Boleh. So kena ada equal. Okay. Secondly, the number of sport shoes for children, number, so ini is at most. Member dia akan sentiasa terbalik. Selebih-lebihnya, tapi bila simbol dia akan jadi less. So, number of sport shoes for children. So, for children tu tadi X. So, bila at most, maximum kan? So, maksudnya, kena less than or equal to. Dia kata 3 times. So, maksudnya 3 darab adult punya adalah Y. Remember? So, bila at most, maksudnya maximum. So, kenalah less than. Okay. Lastly, C. The minimum production. So, minimum production of sport shoes for adult is 200 pairs. So, dia kata adult. So, adult tadi adalah Y. So, Y. Dia kata minimum production. So, minimum. So, maksudnya, dia kenalah produce more than 200. Sebab dia kata minimum production is 200. So, dia kena produce lebih banyak daripada 200. Tapi boleh tak 200? Boleh. So, we need to have equal. Alright. Next. 1, we need to shade the region that can satisfy a linear inequality system. Bila sebut sistem ni sebenarnya yang ada banyak equation lah. So kita kena shade yang ada satisfy ketiga-tiga. Alright. So first, we have y greater or equal to x minus 4. Okay, bila greater kita dah ada equation, maksudnya kawasan atas. 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 Boleh follow? Okay. Next. X greater than 0. So, we know that this is X. Okay, so X lebih besar daripada kosong. Kawasan mana X lebih besar daripada kosong? Semua yang kawasan ini. Boleh follow? Okay, semua tu tau. Okay, next. Dia kata Y is less than 0. Maksudnya, garis kita kat sini, so dia nak less than 0. So maksudnya kawasan tu adalah kawasan bawah paksi Y yang ni. Okay. So, bila kita dah tengok macam tu, dia ada 3 kawasan ni, 3 warna ni. Kawasan mana yang ada 3 warna? Sebab dia nak satisfy all linear inequality. So, kawasan mana yang ada lorik 3 yang ada 3 warna tu? So, kawasan yang tengah ni. So, jawapan akhir kita kena colour kawasan ni je. Okay, ni je yang kena colour tau. Okay, yang tadi tu kaedah saja. Okay, so jawapan akhir kita colour triangle ni. Okay, good. Next. So, dia ada 3 macam tadi juga. So, firstly, dia nak less than. Okay, so garis yang ni, kita nak less than. So, ke bawah. Semua ke bawah sebab less. Okay. Bila dalam exam sebenarnya tak perlu untuk shade 3 macam ni ya. Bagi jawapan akhir saja. Okay, so next. Untuk x less than 3. Okay, kita tengok kenapa dia dot. Sebab dia less than. Okay, so dia nak less than 3. Maksudnya nilai x yang kurang daripada 3. Maka sebelah kiri. So semua kawasan kiri. Semua kawasan kiri. Okay, so tengok yang mana kawasan yang dah ada common region. So common region kita yang ni sekarang ni. Okay. Next, dia kata ada 4 ni. So x greater than or equal to 0 pula. So bila nak x greater than 0, so ni kawasan paksi y, dia nak greater. So maksudnya semua kawasan ni lebih besar. Okay. Semua. Okay, next. Dia nak y greater than 0. So, bila y greater than 0, ni paksi x, nilai y lebih besar. So, maksudnya kawasan, semua yang kawasan atas. Termasuk tak yang ni? Termasuk sebenarnya. Sebab dia yang penting nilai y saja. Okay, so sekarang cari common region. Dekat kawasan mana yang dah ada semua warna? So, kawasan ni dah ada hijau dengan purple. Yang ni hijau, purple, kuning. Yang ni biru, hijau, purple. Yang ni purple, biru, kuning. Tapi tak ada hijau. So, kawasan yang satisfy semua hanyalah kawasan di tengah ini. Okay. So, jadi jawapan akhir kita. Okay, jadi jawapan akhir. Kamu kena lorikkan kawasan ini sahaja. Okay, boleh belajar? Okay. So, yang tadi tu method, jawapan akhir, jangan kamu pergi shade comot-comot macam tu ya. Jawapan akhir, shade kawasan yang tertentu sahaja. Okay, yang bawah ni tak boleh. Sebab dia nak y greater than 0. X greater than 0, So ni logiknya kat sini, sebelah kanan, x less than 3, garis putus-putus ni belah kiri. So y less than, so garis ni ke bawah. So kawasan yang tersebut. Okay. So soalan seterusnya, dia dah bagi kawasan tapi dia nak suruh kita tulis. Alright. So now yang ni kita ada dah garis. So y. So kita tulis dulu equation dia. So x plus 4. Okay. So first, tengok kawasan dia. Garis ni putus-putus kan? Okay, make sure tak diikut. Dan dia punya shaded region ke bahagian bawah. So bahagian bawah, maka kena less than. Alright. So next, kita tengok garis tu. Semua titik tu lebih besar daripada paksi Y, dia ke sebelah kiri. Okay, so macam yang kita tahu, kalau dia garis kat sini, ni adalah equation x equals to 0 ya. Okay, maka sebab dia ke kiri, maka kita ada x is less than 0. Okay, next. So, kita punya kawasan pula next adalah, kita tengok dia bounded dekat sini pula. Tapi dia ke atas yang dia shade. And as we know, here is line y equals to 0. Alright. So means our linear inequality, ni kena get here. So ni kena y, sebab dia ke atas, so greater than or equal to 0. Alright, so B. So soalan B dia ada 3 inequality, maka kita pun tengok ada 1, 2, 3. So first, y negative 2x minus 4. Okay, kawasan ni, graf ni dan dia ke atas. So ke atas greater. Okay, yang ini pula, so y, ini 2x minus 4. Ini ini. So ni dia ke atas juga, maka dia greater. Okay, next one adalah dia bounded pada garis ini. Just like before, that one means this is y less than or equal to 0. Okay, next. Let us have a look at this one first, yellow. Okay, so kita tengok dia ke arah kiri. So, means dia x 3, but dia on the left. So, dia less than 3. Next, this one, green, dia ke bawah. So, bila ke bawah, maka dia punya equation adalah 3y 5x. And sebab dia ke bawah, maka dia less than. And sebab dia ada solid line, so then we need to have equal sign. Lastly, this one, y equals to x, but we see that the line is above. So, our equation would be y above means greater, and since this is dotted line, so that's why we don't need to have the equal sign. So, y greater than x. Alright, so for next, the question asks us to write the inequalities that satisfy the shaded region. I'll show you or I'll demonstrate only one example from here, which is B. Right. So firstly, we need to identify where are our lines. So we need to know. So this is our first line. This is our second line, which is the region bounded by the three lines. And this is our third. As we can see, the third one we don't need to find. Okay, so first and foremost, we need to find the gradient. I I can use the formula m equals to negative y-intercept over x-intercept. Okay, so our first line, so means our gradient is m negative as per the equation. So y-intercept is 4 and our x-intercept is 3. So the gradient is 4 over 3. And as I can see, the value of c here is 4. So means my equation is y gradient negative 4 over 3 plus 4, forgive my 2. And since our shaded region is actually below the line, and we know that it's below means we need to have less than, and since we have only solid line, so it means we need to have equal sign. That is our first equation. My second one, just like previously, I need to find the gradient first. So this is my line. So my gradient is m equals to negative y-intercept. So my y-intercept is 4, they share the same y-intercept, over my x-intercept is negative 2. So negative and negative become positive, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. And it makes sense as the gradient is positive, as we can see from left to right, the graph is inclined. So that's why we have positive gradient. For y-intercept, we don't need to find since we can see it clearly from the graph, so c equals to 4. It saves a lot of our time by not calculating it. So our grade equation is y 2x plus 4. We write that one first, then only we write about the inequality. So for this line, the shaded region is actually below. And since it is below, it is also less than. And since it is a solid line, so we need to have equal sign. And lastly, our third and the most and the easiest one. This line, it is actually above and it shows that all our y values are positive, means our y is greater or equal to 0. So those are our 3 linear inequalities. So first step first, you need to find the gradient, then identify the y-intercept, then only we look at the shaded region, whether it is above or below the line. Right. So next, we need to determine and shade the region that satisfy a linear inequality system. So this is some kind of example for our maybe section C questions. So they only give you the inequality and we need to write the equation, draw the graph and so on. So first, we need to know that when we have equal sign, it is solid line. First, when we want to draw the line, firstly we need to rearrange the equation into the form of y equals to mx plus c. That will be easier for us to determine the y-intercept and so on. So I rearrange the equation into this one. What I need to reinforce here is for this one. Okay, when you have negative y is greater than or equal to negative 3x plus 6, then we want to pindahkan the negative y here. So means I would actually multiply both sides by negative 1. So when we multiply both sides by negative 1 here, the symbol change. So from instead of greater, it becomes less. So that's why we need to change this system equation, because you might get confused when you want to shade the region. Secondly, when we want to plot the points, so I'll simply draw the box of coordinate of x and y. So I would prefer first use the y-intercept. So that's why x0, y6. And second one, I would prefer to use the x-intercept. So I would change the value of y equals to 0 and I find the value of x. That's why I have 12 here. Or if you have some problems to find the x-intercept, you can choose any point on the line. And if you have the fraction here, I would find any multiples of 2. So in our case, I prefer 4. So you do the same thing for the second equation. And then we plot the points on the and draw a graph. Okay, so this is our graph. So 3x minus y equals to 6. This is the line. And this is our line for x plus 2y equals to 12. Next, we need to shape the region as previously. Okay, so then we find the common region. So the common region is that one. Make sure you give this is as the final answer, not otherwise. Alright, so this is previously in our AdMath syllabus, linear programming. So it will give you a scenario. So we need to first write the linear inequalities, then you draw the graph, and you need to answer some questions. But I leave that one after the break. Okay, so we'll continue after the break with this one, which is a longer question. Make sure you prepare some graph paper because we need to plot real graph for this one. And that's all for today. I'll continue after the break, inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.